Hello, so this is Michael Blaney. I am doing a video about a I want to first show you. Today I'm only doing a quick tutorial. I'll be doing tons more tutorials and showing you receipts and everything else like that, parts, everything, commentary, everything. Right now, I want everybody to look at this. This is what they post online. Okay, if you can read that, okay, it says, our clients have high expectations for the vehicles and equally high expectations about the dealership professionals who serve them. ARG River Motors is widely recognized to be among the best in quality, reliability, value, and customer satisfaction in both sales and service. Okay, let me explain this to you guys. Um, in May 2019, I went and purchased a car from ARG River Motors. You see this board right here? Okay. I went in, I told them what's going on. I need to buy an Uber car. And it had to be completely safe. I had bought an Uber car a month prior, and it only had 4 seatbelts, not the 5 recommended, and I couldn't use it. So there went $6,000. I explained that to them, and I also explained to them it was a car accident using Uber, so the car had to be safe. And are these issues theirs? No, but they were told that the car had to be safe. I did not want it otherwise. I test drove it, was not. There was something wrong with it. There's a couple things wrong with it. I was not happy. So they charged $6,000. The lady, and I'll give you her name and stuff in the next few days, and his. How much the price was. It was $6,000 for a Sonic. Okay. They did not tell me that it had a factory warranty still. Instead, they tried to sell me $1,000 warranty and lied about it and didn't tell me that it was only $700 and kept $300 and put it in their pocket. When I found that out from NBP warranty, I immediately tried to cancel the warranty because I realized something's going on here. And this is why. When I bought the car, when I test drove the car, there was something wrong. She texted me at least 17 times saying, no, everything's fixed, we promise you. Like, it's going to be optimum, blah, 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 blah. Come in and test drive it again. Well, we test drove it again. I trusted her because the text message said, this is the car we're giving you. We're giving you a perfect car. I gave it to the owner. We're going to give you an optimum car. Everything's perfect. So I drove it. We drove for like a couple minutes, and the issues that we had found the days prior were obviously not there. So I believed her. I asked her then for the Carfax report, which she told me that she never has ever given out a Carfax report. Like, I'm one of the first people ever. And she was very stingy about it, my friend can tell you. My friend then asked what the rattling was underneath the car, and she snapped at him and said, there's no rattling. And she said that the engine issue was just a malfunction of the spark plugs. So, all right, so I'm already out, $19,000 in the hole right now before I buy this car. All right, so there's the $1,000 live warranty, which they refused to give back, by the way. Just so you guys know, MVP warranty was wonderful about it. These guys weren't. They slandered me on a website. They lied and said I had police warrants, that I was crazy and all this other stuff, and to make themselves look better. This is the practice. So if you remember going back to here, what it says here, if this company believes that they get the best in quality, reliability, value, and customer satisfaction, then why did this happen next? When we were leaving, I said, how come, before I signed the paperwork, I said, how come there's the oil lights on? You guys know your oil changes here? She goes, oh yeah, we always do our oil changes. I'm like, me and my friend looked at her and said, with the oil lights on? Like, come on, lady, get with it. And she was very strange, like very evasive about it, almost like blowing it off, but saying that she was saying everything that came out of her mouth, they do perfect. They are the best at everything. So if I'm asking about the $80 thing, and they have this where they do satisfaction, why didn't they offer to do it? If they're a garage, it wouldn't even cost them that much. It cost me $80 that day. And then when we got home, my friend realized the tires weren't the same ones we had the day before. The two back ones had less than one tread, one/32, which means that it's undrivable and unpassable by the DMV investigators. I called the DMV investigators. They investigated, found out there was a missing record from these people, that they had done something a little mischievous. So you guys know. Like I said, I'm running by this really fast because I have a lot going on. I'm in the process of probably losing my car at this moment, and this is the reasons why. All right, so next, $900. Uh, Day 7. I called to let them know that the thermostat went out immediately, and they didn't respond to me. They're very ignorant about it, and I'm still waiting for this warranty money. And I wasn't even really asking for help for the thermostat. I was actually, even though the people who did it at Goodyear told me that the part was rotted, disgusting, put in wrong, old, and here it is. See that? And that the wire was broken, and that they also burnt the manifold, which is right here, and it's not been fixed yet, which could be thousands of dollars. This was day 7. I called them, hey, where's the warranty check? Hell, lies and lies and lies upon lies. Yes, I called. I was ignorant a couple times, and then yes, I yelled. Yes, I was mad, but that's because this was lie number 7 from them. Okay, I have every right to be upset as a consumer. I was supposed to be getting an optimum car. I signed an as is thing, but the as is was not this car I got. The car I got was supposed to be optimum. This is not the car I signed up for. So here we go. Now you see that 1700. This is day 2, day 3, day 30. What this means is day 2, I text her, and I have all the text messages to let her know that there's something still going on in reverse. The thing I noticed the first day, and for some reason I didn't notice the second day. She ignored me. 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 So this happened, then this happened. So right there, you see how much money I've already spent, and I was already spent a week. We're looking at 16, 19, 24. It's almost what, $2,800. I don't know. It's almost $3,000. So almost $3,000. But this time, the $1,700. These parts were even worse. And I'm going to show you guys the receipts in a few days. The clattering underneath was this. Right there. That piece that goes on the wheel. Okay? I was trying to drive Uber with the car, and the third person I drove left a complaint with Uber saying that the rattling was dangerous and they were terrified for their lives, and I got almost fired from Uber. And let me explain something to you. I can prove that too, but the bottom line is, after seeing all this stuff going on, I realized there is an issue here, and I can't drive the car that much. And I had to slack off on it because people were complaining, and it had to be fixed. Okay, so all that's going on. The car was in the garage, just so you guys know, for over 2 months, on and off. So I lost about 2 months right away of work, but then I lost more time after that because this is what happened next. While that was all going on, I did mention to the car dealer, Chevy, who did a great job, something was going on when I put my foot on the gas. It was stop, start, real quick, but not always, but once in a great while, enough to scare me. I didn't know what it was, and they looked at it a couple times, they couldn't figure it out. Like I said, everything that's going to happen when they test drive it, so they can't really figure things out. So that happened recently, and this explains why I couldn't drive the car so much. And when I tell you guys what this company did, it's gonna knock your socks off, because like I said, look at all this. Lied about the oil change, bad tires that could have killed me, and optimum car, remember, thermostat, wiring, bad, manifold, which I haven't put on here. That's like gonna be $4,000 once that goes, which I said is gonna go soon. 1,700 for the broken parts, which Chevy said were broke, loose, old, and rotted, and put in wrong. And I have all this paperwork, and I'm going to show it to you guys. But I'm putting this up quick because I want ARG to know. I'm not afraid of them. They had a cop call me the other day, because I did call and say, what the hell is going on? Because I've been losing 5-6 months of work with all this, back and forth. So I had to pay for a tow one day, because here, this 900 here, this, what it means by combined, I had to take the car in 9 times in 2 months, and the electrical system kept going out. One time, the car stopped dead in the middle of nowhere on the street, just stopped dead, and it was an electrical issue. That's the day I had to have it towed. It cost me $150 to have the tow. The electrical issue cost a couple $100. These things you see out here, I'm gonna let you know, and I can prove this too by my AutoZone paperwork. There were 6 other times the engine light went off, and I couldn't drive the car for several days because electrical system issues were happening, and they fixed themselves, the relay switches or whatever, but not always, and it was a drag. So this is all happening. ARG River Motors is being wishy-washy. They're lying. They're playing games. They don't realize the as is. They definitely sold me the car deceptively. Lied about everything from warranty, stole money, everything all the way down. So I had to pay $600 for a lawyer. Next, okay. So I'm losing all this money, not working, not being able to work, okay, because the car's dangerous. Now that spinning out thing, wait, I'm pressing the gas slightly, and it stops and it shakes a little bit. Just not always, but just enough that every like fourth ride I started to do, because I started to do rides after September, September to December, and it was getting to be really bad. Like every third ride, I had to stop and I got worried that something was going on. Then the car was fine, and I took it in a couple times, like I said, and they couldn't figure it out until recently. And it started happening all the time. That's where the 450 came in recently. You know what it was? Chevy told me that ARG River Motors put in the wrong spark plugs in the car. They sold me the car with wrong spark plugs, which not only destroys the engine, but causes these issues. And it started to get worse and worse and worse. And that was the issue. So here's this. So I've lost $5,000, about $5,000 in repairs. Lost about $23,000 in employee money. $6,000 towards the car. Then there's the warranty issues. $600 for the lawyer. Boom, title max. Somebody tries to convince me that I spent so much money on the cars that I should take buy two cars and get title max loans and take these people to court. Issue: I spent $2,300 on one car, $1,100 on the other car. Title max loans. I wouldn't have to do this had they sold me a proper car to begin with. If they just talked to me and we could work it out, maybe it would have been just fine. But they didn't even. They sent me an email 2 months later after this, after I was like fighting them and all this. They said, "Well, you signed an as is." Look, as is doesn't mean you can sell a bad car. This is obviously a bad car. It's just so. Here's the scary thing: the car looks like it may have been flooded, which I'm going to show you pictures of and prove that. But the gas tank issue, electronic issue, is still going on, and I have an electronic issue still going on. The gas tank will say that it has 200 miles or 2 miles left, and then it might have like 90,000 miles on the car. Without changing to 90,001, they'll say there's 200 miles of gas in the car. Then it will jump down to 2 miles of gas. Then it'll jump up to 300. Then it'll jump up to 7. And I'm going to prove that all to you guys too. So that's a major issue because I got the gas ran out one time. And what happens if it runs out and someone's in the car? So I called them recently about these things, and they called the sheriff. And I don't know if the sheriff's even real, but he is real. I called, but if he's legal, meaning he called me and said, "You can't call these people as harassment. It's not harassment." Here's the bottom line: I can call and complain as much as I want. All these issues, one after another, happen. Okay, the cop. I called him back and said, "Call me back, fool." He didn't call me back. Here's the thing: if the cop had issues with anything that was going on, why would he have told me just take them to small claims court? He didn't. Cops don't give that kind of advice over the phone or in a message. It was really weird and trippy. So I am turning him into internal affairs. I'm sorry. Internal affairs, and I'm going to see if maybe they know him. And it was like a tactical scare because I'm not afraid at all. So you see how this is going on still. So I owe $300 by tomorrow, which I'm hoping they will let me lean until Tuesday because I have called Telemax. Telemax has been wonderful. I have called them several times and said, if you need me to pay it right away, let me know. Because the car was not working. I have not been able to drive the car since I've gotten it for maybe more than a few rides a week. Just this past week, since the spark plug issue, since all this stuff got fixed, $1,000s worth, and the spark plug issue just got fixed, I'll be damned. I am now this week have made over 4 times, 5 times the amount I normally do, which means I'm picking up the pace. The car is safer and stuff, but I had to go through a lot of hell, and it still has issues that could kill somebody in the car. But the bottom line is, look, all this money was spent, and it took that long to get the car working properly that I can try to make an income. So all this money, I could have bought a brand new car. But no, I had to stick with the car and lose all this money, all this time. I was supposed to be back in Vegas already. They screwed me. They lied to me. They're deceptive. I'm telling you this from what I went through. Use your own judgment. But I'm telling you the truth. Like, I don't really care for these people at all. I think they're liars. I think they play games. I think that their advertising is full of crap. I think that I'm going to go to the Attorney General's office, the district attorney, and everybody else, that all the regulators. And they never answer the lawyer's letter back. By law, they're supposed to. They think they're above the law. Just so you guys know. They definitely think they're above the law. So I would think 100 times before you decide to use this company. And pray for me tomorrow, because if they allow me to keep the car and I can pay it until Tuesday, then I will be back on track with Title Max, because I am now making 3 to 4 times as much as I was just last week, and the rodeo is coming up. So, see all the money I've lost right here, just in a couple months, not including employee money, which I lost about $24,000 or more in employment money, plus the other 2 cars. So you're looking at $50,000 loss. Not all of that is ARG's fault, but let me ask you a question. Do you want to go through this yourself with ARG? Think twice. And I'm going to put up a website too, and I'm going to put tutorials up, pictures, everything. And I'm going to explain everything to you guys. If they want to say what they want to say, if they want to lie, if they want to play games or manipulate you guys, that's on you guys to take the decision to buy the car. Bottom line, I would wait. And if you want to talk to me, I'll leave my email address. It is michaelfblaney@gmail.com. And actually, here's my phone number, 832-994-1337. If anybody wants to call or email me, and if anybody wants to put their story up on the website I'm putting up about what they've gone through, how they've gone through with a car dealership, then let's do it. Let's get regulators on board with realizing enough is enough. Enough is enough. As is doesn't mean you can sell shitty cars. And this company, let me tell you something. You should read their reviews. They're so phony, it's not even funny. I hope the Federal Trade Commission closes them down. I honestly don't care for these people at all, and I don't care them saying that out loud. I think they're terrible human beings that sell cars that don't work. I won't say terrible human beings. They're terrible car dealers. As far as human beings go, I don't know. I don't care. They're just nasty. They lie. They're rude. And they said that I called them names and hurt their feelings. Well, yeah, of course I did. Because they were manipulative the whole way through. And they're using this little stance that I was an asshole to them. But the thing is, I was too fucking nice in the beginning. That's the problem. Okay? So you guys can get a ton more information soon. Okay? I hope you understand. ARG River Motors. They are located in Houston, Texas, on Eldridge Parkway. Steer clear. You're going to see pictures of the outside of the building, everything. So let's work together, and oh, by the way, I will take a settlement from them right now. If they want me to take all the videos down and stop discussing all the crap I'm going through because it's continuous, all the money I've lost, I would be willing to actually, I feel I'm owed a lot more than what you see here with all the stress and everything. We're talking like, I honestly feel like I'm owed $50,000, but I'll be willing to settle for $15,000 right now. If they want to settle and they want to stop the lies and the games and the propaganda, then great. Give me a call. You have my number, 832-994-1337. Otherwise, it's going to be a flurry of internet stuff from me putting up stuff at every webpage I can, everywhere, Twitter, you name it, Facebook, everywhere. I am gunning, and I'm going to every regulator, and I'm going to send copies of this to every regulator too. Okay? Michael Blaney, thank you. Bye.